Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that might sound simple, but if you truly get it, it can change everything in your life. It's this: don't let anything affect you. Control your emotions. You see, life is filled with chaos. People will test you. Circumstances will challenge you. Things won't always go the way you planned. The world will throw obstacles in your path. But here's the secret: you don't have to let any of that control you. Life is unpredictable and is filled with challenges that test our strength, patience, and resilience. No matter how carefully you plan or how hard you work, obstacles will arise. They can come in the form of personal struggles, professional setbacks, misunderstandings with people, or even unexpected events that shake your foundation. The reality is, life doesn't always go the way you envision it, and that's okay. What truly matters is how you face these challenges and how you respond when things go wrong. One of the most important things to understand is that challenges are inevitable. Whether you're pursuing a dream, building a career, or navigating relationships, there will be times when you encounter roadblocks. These challenges aren't a reflection of your abilities or your worth. They are simply a part of the journey. They are a natural part of growth and progress, and they offer an opportunity to learn, adapt, and become stronger. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that life should be smooth sailing, that success should come without difficulties. But the truth is, it's the obstacles you face that shape you. Every hardship you encounter has the potential to teach you something valuable about yourself. If everything were easy, you would never know how resilient or capable you really are. It's through the struggle that you discover your true strength, your creativity, and your ability to problem solve. When challenges arise, it's natural to feel frustrated or discouraged. However, it's important to recognize that those emotions are temporary. What matters most is how you move forward. Will you allow the challenge to defeat you, or will you choose to rise above it? The ability to persevere in the face of adversity is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. Each challenge is an opportunity to develop new skills, to become more adaptable, and to refine your approach to life. The key is not to get bogged down by the difficulty itself, but to focus on the solution. Every challenge can be seen as a lesson, and every setback is a stepping stone to success. It's all about perspective. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this situation?" Shift your mindset from victimhood to empowerment, and you'll find that even the toughest obstacles can be overcome. In the midst of difficulties, it's crucial to remember that you are not alone. Everyone faces challenges. No one is exempt from struggles. It's how you handle them that defines who you are. The key to overcoming adversity is persistence. Even when it seems like you're taking one step forward and two steps back, keep going. Trust that each small effort is contributing to your growth. Life isn't about avoiding challenges, but about learning how to rise stronger after each one. Challenges will test you, but they will never define you unless you let them. You define who you are by how you respond to them. In the end, it's the challenges that will push you toward your full potential. Without them, you wouldn't be able to discover the depth of your own resilience, the power of your own determination, and the capacity you have to overcome anything. The idea that you have the power to control your emotions is one of the most empowering concepts you can embrace. Emotions are natural, and they arise from the experiences and situations we face. However, the key lies in how you choose to manage those emotions rather than letting them manage you. Too often, people react to external events without pausing to assess how they want to feel or respond. In these moments, we give up our personal power and allow the situation to dictate our emotional state. Yet, controlling your emotions is not about suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. It's about being mindful of how you engage with them and choosing how to respond in any given moment. Emotions, by their nature, can be unpredictable. One moment you might feel calm and in control, and the next, something could trigger frustration, sadness, or even anger. It's easy to let those feelings overwhelm you, to let them spiral out of control, and to believe that you have no say in how you feel. But the truth is, your emotions do not have to control you. You can choose to step back, take a breath, and give yourself the space to decide how you want to react. It all starts with awareness. The first step in controlling your emotions is recognizing when they are arising. When you feel frustration bubbling up or anger starting to take hold, notice it. Observe your thoughts and the physical sensations that accompany those emotions. Acknowledge what you're feeling, but do not allow yourself to get swept away by it. By pausing and becoming aware of your emotional state, you create a gap between stimulus and response, which allows you to make a conscious decision about how to act. This doesn't mean that you ignore or deny your emotions. Rather, it means that you take control of the narrative. You understand that your feelings are valid, but you recognize that they are not facts. Just because you feel angry doesn't mean you need to lash out. Just because you feel sad doesn't mean you need to wallow in despair. Emotions are temporary, and they don't have to define your actions. You can choose how to respond based on your values, your goals, and the outcome you want to achieve. For instance, when faced with criticism, it's natural to feel defensive or upset. However, instead of reacting immediately, take a step back and ask yourself, how do I want to handle this? Do you want to react impulsively, or would you prefer to respond thoughtfully, perhaps using the feedback as an opportunity for growth? When you control your emotions, you preserve your clarity of thought, which helps you make better decisions and keep a level head in difficult situations. The power of controlling your emotions also lies in its impact on your relationships. When you are in control of how you react, you are less likely to escalate conflicts or say things in the heat of the moment that you might later regret. People respect those who can remain calm under pressure, who can approach challenges with composure and thoughtfulness. In many ways, emotional control is the foundation for strong, healthy relationships, both personally and professionally. Finally, it's important to remember that emotional control is a skill that takes time and practice. It doesn't happen overnight. There will be moments when you stumble, when emotions overwhelm you, and that's okay. The key is to keep trying, to keep learning how to master your reactions, and to approach every challenge as an opportunity to improve your emotional intelligence. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to remain in control and to navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of calm and purpose. By recognizing that you are the master of your emotional state, you free yourself from the burden of external circumstances. You become the person who responds with intention, the person who doesn't let life's unpredictability dictate their happiness or peace of mind. Ultimately, controlling your emotions isn't about avoiding them. It's about handling them with wisdom and grace, allowing them to flow without allowing them to control your actions. When faced with difficult situations, the way you react can often determine the outcome. The human instinct is to react immediately, whether it's out of frustration, fear, or confusion. But reacting impulsively doesn't always serve you well. It's far more powerful to pause and think before responding, especially when emotions are running high. In moments of stress or conflict, the most successful and emotionally intelligent individuals are those who understand the difference between reacting and responding. They don't let their emotions dictate their actions. They choose a thoughtful response that aligns with their values, goals, and the situation at hand. Reacting is often an automatic knee-jerk response. It comes from a place of emotion, and in many cases, it can lead to regret. For example, when someone criticizes you, the immediate instinct might be to defend yourself or even retaliate. You might feel the need to prove your point, argue back, or escalate the conflict. However, reacting impulsively in this way can often make the situation worse. It can intensify emotions, create unnecessary tension, and even damage relationships. On the other hand, responding is a deliberate and thoughtful action. It involves taking a step back, giving yourself a moment to breathe, and then choosing how to engage with the situation. It's about taking control over your emotions and not allowing them to control you. Responding with intention means you are not allowing the external situation to dictate how you feel or act. Instead, you maintain control of your own emotional state and decide the most constructive course of action. The ability to pause before responding allows you to process your emotions, assess the situation objectively, and choose the best way forward. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can think through your options. You might realize that an argument isn't worth it, or that the situation requires more understanding or patience. By taking a step back, you gain clarity. You can consider the consequences of your response, how your actions might affect others, and what the long-term impact might be. This space for reflection gives you the power to respond in a way that is aligned with your values and goals, rather than simply reacting out of frustration or fear. Responding rather than reacting also requires self-discipline. It's about learning to control your emotional impulses and making decisions based on logic, reason, and your long-term objectives. This is where emotional intelligence comes into play. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your emotions in a way that allows you to respond to situations with empathy, clarity, and purpose. When you make the conscious decision to respond instead of react, you are exercising emotional intelligence. One way to develop this skill is by practicing mindfulness. By becoming more aware of your emotions as they arise, you can catch yourself before you react. The more you practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to recognize when you are starting to react impulsively. Over time, you'll begin to train yourself to take that pause before responding, allowing yourself to choose the most appropriate reaction in any situation. The benefits of responding thoughtfully are immense. Not only does it help you maintain your composure and peace of mind, but it also enhances your relationships and fosters a sense of respect from others. People appreciate someone who can stay calm and collected under pressure, who is able to listen before reacting, and who responds with consideration rather than reflex. Whether in personal relationships or professional environments, the ability to respond thoughtfully is a mark of emotional maturity and strength. Ultimately, the difference between reacting and responding can make all the difference in your life. It empowers you to navigate challenges with greater control, to make better decisions, and to build stronger, more meaningful connections with those around you. It is a skill worth mastering, and one that will set you apart in both your personal and professional life. Life is full of uncertainties, challenges, and moments of difficulty, and one of the most important skills you can develop is the ability to maintain your inner peace regardless of what happens around you. Too often, we let external circumstances, whether it's a stressful job, a tough conversation, or a negative comment from someone, disrupt our emotional equilibrium. But the reality is that your peace of mind is something that no one but you should control. No matter what is happening in the world or what others do, you have the power to protect your peace and refuse to let external factors take it away. Maintaining inner peace starts with understanding that peace comes from within. It is not something you can find outside of yourself, whether through possessions, achievements, or the approval of others. True peace is about being in a state of acceptance, grounded in the knowledge that regardless of external conditions, you are in control of how you respond to life's events. People may try to disturb your peace with their words or actions, but how you react is entirely within your hands. You are not helpless in the face of life's challenges. You have the ability to decide how much weight you give to external disturbances. One of the first steps in protecting your peace is learning how to let go of things you cannot control. So many of us spend our time and energy worrying about things outside of our influence, and this only drains our energy and peace. Whether it's other people's opinions, the economy, or unforeseen circumstances, it's important to recognize that there are certain things you simply cannot change. By releasing the need to control everything, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and allow your peace to thrive. The more you focus on what you can control, your own actions, thoughts, and reactions, the more you find that peace. Another key aspect of maintaining inner peace is practicing mindfulness and presence. When you are fully present in the moment, free from worry about the future or regret about the past, you tap into a deep sense of calm. Mindfulness allows you to engage with life as it unfolds without overreacting or being swept away by emotions. It's about being aware of your thoughts and feelings, but not allowing them to dictate your actions. By observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you can choose how to respond in a way that keeps your peace intact. A major challenge to peace is often the way we allow others to affect us. People may criticize, judge, or upset you, and it's easy to allow their words or actions to dictate how you feel. However, the more you realize that other people's behaviors and attitudes are a reflection of them, not you, the easier it becomes to maintain your peace. When someone is rude or negative, their actions reflect their own struggles, insecurities, or frustrations. It's not a personal attack on you, but rather a projection of their own emotional state. By refusing to internalize other people's negativity, you protect your own peace and maintain a sense of emotional independence. Furthermore, setting healthy boundaries is crucial for protecting your peace. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out or being distant. They are about knowing your limits and respecting your needs. Whether it's limiting your time with toxic people, choosing not to engage in unnecessary drama, or saying no when you're stretched too thin, setting boundaries ensures that you are not sacrificing your peace for the sake of others' demands or expectations. It's an act of self-respect and self-care that allows you to prioritize your well-being. Lastly, nurturing your inner peace requires consistent self-care. This could mean taking time for rest, engaging in activities that bring you joy, or simply spending time alone to recharge. When you regularly take care of yourself, mentally, emotionally, and physically, you are better equipped to handle stress and challenges without losing your peace. Self-care helps you stay grounded and centered, so no matter what life throws at you, you can face it with a calm and resilient spirit. In the end, maintaining inner peace is about being proactive in protecting your emotional well-being. It's about recognizing that while you cannot control everything that happens around you, you can always control your response. By focusing on what you can control, practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, and taking care of yourself, you create an emotional foundation that no external circumstance can shake. Your peace is yours to guard, and when you do, you will find that no matter how turbulent the world becomes, you remain steady, calm, and in control. Mastering your emotions is not about perfection. It's about making progress. It's about being willing to learn, grow, and understand that the path to emotional strength is a journey. We all face emotional highs and lows, and it's completely normal to experience moments of weakness, frustration, or fear. But those moments don't define you. They provide valuable lessons that contribute to your growth. Perfection is an unrealistic standard, but progress, however small, is something you can always strive for. The process of emotional mastery is about taking consistent steps toward greater emotional intelligence, resilience, and self-awareness. It starts with recognizing that emotional growth is a gradual process. There's no magic switch that suddenly makes you perfectly in control of your emotions. You will have good days and bad days, moments when you feel completely in command of your emotional state, and others when you feel like you've lost your grip. But that's okay. Every single experience, whether positive or negative, is an opportunity for learning. It's in these moments of struggle and challenge that you refine your emotional skills. Emotional mastery is built over time through repeated practice and reflection, not through instant perfection. One key aspect of emotional progress is the willingness to learn from your mistakes. When you react impulsively or let your emotions take control, it's important to reflect on what happened. Why did you react that way? What could you have done differently? This self-reflection helps you identify patterns and triggers in your emotional responses. By learning from these moments, you can gradually improve how you handle similar situations in the future. Over time, you'll develop a better understanding of your emotional landscape, and you'll become more skilled at navigating it with calm and clarity. Another crucial aspect of emotional growth is self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when you don't live up to the standards you've set. If you lose your temper, feel overwhelmed, or let your emotions get the best of you, it's easy to fall into self-criticism. But beating yourself up only adds to the emotional weight you carry. Instead, practicing self-compassion means accepting your imperfections and treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a friend. Recognizing that it's okay to have setbacks allows you to move forward without guilt or shame. Self-compassion allows you to acknowledge your feelings without judgment and gives you the space to grow without the pressure of needing to be perfect. Emotional mastery also requires the ability to embrace discomfort. Growth often happens outside your comfort zone, and the same applies to emotional strength. You will face difficult emotions like fear, sadness, and anger, and it's tempting to avoid them or suppress them. However, confronting these emotions head-on and learning to process them in a healthy way is a sign of progress. By sitting with discomfort and learning how to cope, you build resilience. Over time, you become more adept at managing your emotions in challenging situations instead of being overwhelmed by them. The more you practice embracing discomfort and navigating emotional turbulence, the more confident and emotionally stable you become. It's also important to understand that emotional mastery involves creating a balance between emotional awareness and emotional regulation. Being emotionally aware means understanding what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage your emotions in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Both of these skills develop over time. As you become more aware of your emotions, you also become better at regulating them. This balance is what enables you to stay composed in difficult situations, make thoughtful decisions, and respond with maturity, even when your emotions are intense. Finally, progress is the foundation of emotional mastery. Each day presents a new opportunity to practice. Sometimes progress will feel slow, but even the smallest steps forward are important. Learning to respond to your emotions with intention rather than impulse, finding healthy ways to express your feelings, and improving your emotional awareness all contribute to your emotional strength. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, you give yourself permission to grow, learn, and evolve at your own pace. And in the end, this journey of progress will make you more resilient, emotionally intelligent, and capable of navigating life's ups and downs with greater ease and confidence. When you take control of your emotions, you unlock your true potential and set yourself on a path to success. The ability to manage your emotional responses doesn't just affect how you feel in any given moment. It significantly influences the way you interact with the world, make decisions, and pursue your goals. When you allow external circumstances or emotional turmoil to dictate your actions, you relinquish your power. But when you harness your emotions, you gain clarity, focus, and the resilience needed to push through challenges. In essence, emotional control is not only about maintaining inner peace, it's a direct pathway to achieving your greatest goals and living a more fulfilled life. Taking control of your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it means recognizing your emotions, acknowledging their presence, and understanding that you can still choose how you respond to them. When you let your emotions dictate your behavior, whether it's anger, frustration, or fear, you often make decisions based on temporary feelings rather than thoughtful reasoning. This can lead to impulsive actions that don't align with your true goals or values. But when you maintain emotional control, you can respond with a level head, keeping your long-term objectives in sight no matter what's happening in the moment. Having emotional control also allows you to make better decisions. When your emotions are in check, you are less likely to act out of impulse, frustration, or anxiety. You are able to think more clearly, assess situations from all angles, and consider the long-term consequences of your actions. Emotional control enables you to stay rational even in high-pressure environments. Whether in your personal or professional life, the ability to remain calm and collected when facing challenges allows you to make decisions that are aligned with your ultimate goals, rather than decisions that are driven by momentary emotions. This kind of control also enhances your relationships. Emotions, if left unchecked, can lead to misunderstandings, conflict, or hurt feelings in any interaction. But when you control your emotions, you respond to others with empathy, patience, and understanding. You're able to navigate difficult conversations with ease, listen attentively, and approach disagreements with a level of maturity that fosters respect and collaboration. By keeping your emotions in check, you create an environment of trust and open communication, which ultimately strengthens your connections with others. In addition, when you have emotional control, you are more resilient. Life is full of obstacles, and there will be times when setbacks, failures, or disappointments make you want to quit. But by managing your emotions effectively, you are able to persevere through adversity. Instead of letting frustration or discouragement paralyze you, you maintain the belief that you can overcome challenges and continue working toward your goals. Emotional control gives you the mental fortitude to keep going even when things don't go as planned. It builds your emotional resilience, which is a critical component of long-term success. Moreover, emotional control leads to greater self-discipline. When you control your emotions, you are also exercising self-control. You're not swayed by every passing emotion or external influence. Instead, you stick to your values and your priorities, ensuring that your actions are in line with your long-term vision. Self-discipline allows you to stay focused on your goals, even when faced with distractions or temptations. It helps you stay consistent and committed to your path, which is essential for achieving success in any area of life. Ultimately, taking control of your emotions is a cornerstone of success. It empowers you to make thoughtful decisions, maintain positive relationships, persevere through challenges, and stay disciplined in your pursuit of your goals. Emotional control isn't just about managing feelings, it's about making sure that your emotions work for you, not against you. When you learn to control your emotional state, you harness an incredible source of personal power that can propel you to achieve things you never thought possible. By mastering your emotions, you gain the ability to shape your own destiny and create the life you want. In conclusion, mastering your emotions is the key to unlocking your full potential. By controlling your emotional responses, you gain clarity, resilience, and the ability to make decisions aligned with your goals. Emotional control empowers you to navigate challenges, build meaningful relationships, and ultimately achieve lasting success.